Welcome, Cancer, to your mid-month reading for October. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, this is going to be approximately from the 11th through about the 18th of the month. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Best message coming out for the beautiful Cancerians. Sorry, guys, if my voice gets a little scratchy. I did catch like a little cold or something when I was out at the concert, so it was pretty cold out there. So, but let's see what's going on. It could be allergies as well. It's hard to say which is which. I could be doing one. Okay. Best message coming out here. Got the Nine of Cups coming out. Getting towards that wish fulfilled at this time. It feels like it's more just like the satisfaction that you're looking for. It does feel like if you are, doing something like whatever your job is, like real estate or doing something that you have to sell something, right? You're an entrepreneur. It does look like you're going to receive some success within your business or, selling that project or selling that house or however. So whatever it is that's going on with you, you are receiving what it is you truly want with a wish come true. Okay, so it's like, man, I've been busting my butt over here waiting for that. It does feel that, yes, you got the Fool coming in. Yep. Feeling very foolhardy about the situation. It's almost like I know exactly where I'm going and what I want out of this situation. There's a lot of information and a lot of good news coming out of this that's going to allow you to feel like whatever risks you were taking, maybe you had to take the extra risk towards the situation, it is paying off for you at this time. Okay, so you don't have to worry anymore. You can totally get out of your mind about that situation. Okay, so loving it. Like you've been working very hard, thinking very hard about the situation, putting everything you have out there for this success. So it is feeling kind of like a very auspicious mid-month for you. Really, it is, especially to invest in property, get your goals going, things of this nature. Really feeling you have this coming together. There's a lot of cooperation. If you guys are having any kind of problems with people, maybe even at work. It just feels like, you know what, we're all coming together now. We're on the same page. So almost feels like there's no problems now. Anything that was having an upset, right, with coworkers, it's going to come back together. If you're having unhappy clients, everything's coming back together because of this news, because of this pulling together that you're having. Okay, so it's definitely a cooperation that is bringing around this joy, this celebration. Things are now working for your favor. That's the way you wanted it to. Yeah, it did feel like there was some kind of backsliding relationship between you or someone else that's now pulling itself together, or there was something very unconventional about what it was that was going on within this situation. Maybe you had to pull a lot of strings, right? Or maybe someone else had to pull a lot of strings for you to get this house sold, or for you to sell this house, right? Or whatever is going on. It could be anything, guys. It doesn't have to be a house, okay? If that doesn't resonate with you, throw it away, put in what resonates with you, right? That's just what I'm feeling at this time. I am definitely picking up someone who is, into real estate or dealing with someone in real estate one way or another, selling a house somehow, whether it's your own or for a client. But having the Hermit over here is definitely talking about there's going to be this time that you're going to really want to look deep into a situation. There's another situation coming up. You can feel that shift. There's a shift now where it feels like now I have to look over here, but I need to dig deep within this situation to make progress on this situation. So it's like going from one situation to another situation. This situation doesn't seem as complex as the first situation, which you are now finally finding that satisfaction for. But it does feel like you don't want to lose your heart within this situation. You definitely want to focus on the resolve of this other situation that's going on within your life. And it's almost like now that that's dealt with, now I can go to, the next piece on the bucket list over here, in which I need to figure out this situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like one's resolved. Now I have to go and figure out this one. So it definitely feels like there's something else that you're planning over here, something that needs to also be dealt with, and which you're trying to figure out. So that will be kind of like the next, how do you know, like I said, next on the bucket list to try to resolve this issue, try to get past this one issue. From, as they say, from one issue to the next, right? So it's like, whoo, thank God that one's taken care of. Now I can work on this issue. Whether it's, it could have been, this is one issue that has to do with work. Now I can go home and deal with this issue that's a family issue. Do you see what I'm saying? Gives me more time, more space in my mind to now deal with the next. Absolutely. So there definitely feels like there was disorder that is now coming to order. So whatever was feeling disorderly is finally making its rounds, finally coming together, feeling like I have this under control. Right? I now hold the keys to this situation and I can unlock this door to make things happen with this message, right? With this news, with whatever it was that came to me or that I found, whether it was maybe you found something online that just makes everything come together, however it is. It is a general reading, but you're having the ultimate achievements now where it says, now I don't have to worry about this anymore. This piece of information that's coming in is now going to solve this problem and make everything come together. Now you got the Two of Cups on the Two of Cups. So definitely feeling like you have the passion to really move forward and the connections that you really need to make this achievable, to get this satisfaction. It's almost like, thank God, right? Because it could be one of those things that's been driving you crazy since the beginning of the month, or maybe the end of September, that now is making its way towards you. Okay, so it's feeling more hopeful. You know it because I'm celebrating. So it was like, thank God I was waiting. It was worth waiting. It was worth waiting this whole time. Okay, so now you have the Ace of Cups where you felt like I wasn't sure how this was going to go. But now, yes, now I have this. And I do feel like for whatever was going on here, this feels very career or money or something going on over here, work. And now it's kind of like I said, shifting into this kind of family zone. Or if it's not, maybe you can say, now I can get to the next piece of my work. I can put this one, you see what I'm saying? I can put this one away. It's done and I can work on this client. So there could be a lot of scheduling interviews as well. I'm seeing that coming in. Or just maybe, and it's also kind of like maybe scheduling in this situation. Because I just keep seeing scheduling. Putting this next on my schedule could be that too. Yeah, it's just getting the messages and the downloads from yourself as you're going into hermit mode. It's kind of like you talking to yourself, right? Or your higher self talking to you. See how you want to see it, but no matter what, it's that thinking process within yourself as you're in hermit mode, going over the processes. Well, if I do this, when we're kind of talking to ourselves about how we're going to, write down things, right? You're kind of like, well, if I do this, I'll do that. And then the more that you do so, you're getting these downloads, right? From your higher self or your subconscious or your conscious mind, getting everything, all your little ducks in a row. And that's really what it's talking about here. Getting these downloads to get to this next place, to really make that progress to the next stage within whatever it is now that's on your schedule, your bucket list of things that need to be done. Yeah, something that's very problematic, something that's, been showing its face kind of like as bad luck, like, oh, I don't know. I don't really see it as really bad luck. I mean, I know the Wheel of Fortune in reverse can say it's bad luck, but it's more like unsteady. It's not stable, right? Things aren't going my way. You can say bad luck if you'd like to, but it's just mostly things are flippy floppy and not really going the right way that I need them to go. I need to get that Wheel of Fortune in right side, but I need to really go in there and fix this, moderate things, get those downloads, reorganize this so that I can get to this next place. See how I'm going to deal with them, right? How I'm going to deal with this next project, So it's really about getting that satisfactory and trying to get all the things done off this list, this schedule of, oh, well, now that I'm done with that, I can come deal with you now. Just give me a minute. Let me deal with that. You see what I'm saying? So, because it could just be that you're having a hard time handling both, right? I need to focus on one piece of the puzzle at a time so that you don't lose focus in one. Because it almost feels like you just know. For some of you, just know this is like right towards the end. I'm going to get this happiness. I got to have this, but I have to have this information. I need this to come towards me before I can move forward. So, yeah, loving it. So everything is definitely transforming, right? As you are finding your way to let go of this situation, fix this next situation, which really feels like, will the second situation really fix itself, in the mid-month? It really feels like it's stretching itself out towards the end of the month. For some of you, I could say, yes, it will be to that area where it's like, yeah, because you have the Fool. So for some of you, you're going to jump right into this and it'll be done and over with. For others of you, it's kind of like it's on its way there and it's almost going to be done, but there's still some things that need to be handled, some doors that need to be closed, some things that need to be done before it can actually fade away, right? Actually be 100% fixed. And maybe it's something that will never 100% be fixed, but it's fixed enough to give you the satisfaction to saying, well, you know what? We fixed that enough. Now enough is enough. We're not talking about this anymore. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, to where it's like the headache is over, Clearing the dust, clearing the way, from this situation, and it's going to be done and over. Okay. So, my little cards. Well, I guess I'll use these cards. I wasn't going to use these cards. I was going to use a different deck, but let's go ahead and use these anyways. They're sitting next to me. And so, daily healing message for the mid-month. Affirmations to always allow ourselves just to be clear, calm, when we always don't feel our best. Be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. So make sure that you are handling things with care, right? And devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. I think that's crazy because you do have the Page of Swords, which does feel like that was the overall anyways, is that we are going to handle that with truths. We are going to handle this the right way as you're getting these downloads. And I love it because there's like information's coming this way. And then of course the truth will come through you, through the download of you just taking out that hermit time, you just sitting back and just kind of focusing on the matters at hand, right? And getting, all that information together as you're just really kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like putting puzzle pieces together and making them fit. Like, aha, okay, now we got that. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.